Okay, I just want to give you the setup to help you out for these right here, just to give you a setup for these quick 10. I'll read through them and we'll put the setup right on this paper. To get from point A to point B, you must avoid walking through a pond. So let's have a little pond here. You must walk 34 meters south, so we're probably going down 34, and we're going 41 meters east, which would be to the right. It says to the nearest tenth, how many meters would be saved if it were possible to walk through the pond. So currently right now you did 34 and 41. If I add those together, I get 75. I want to know what it would be if I could go straight and then find out what it's saved. Next one you want to do is a square. Baseball diamond is a square with sides 90 feet. What is the shortest distance to the nearest tenth of a foot between first base and third base? So think of this as home. Here's first and here's third. 90 and 90, and you can use Pythagorean theorem to get that missing side. Next one, you have a computer monitor as listed as being 19 inches. Not sure if you realize this, but any TV or computer screen, when they give you its measurement, that is the diagonal. Oh, it says it here. This distance is the diagonal. If the screen measures 10 inches high, what is the actual width? That should help you with that one. Two joggers run 8 miles north, so they're going to go up 8 and then 5 miles west. I'm going to write my never eat soggy waffles over here to help you out. So we went up 8 and left 5. What is the shortest distance to the nearest tenth of a mile they must travel to return to their starting point? They're just going to go straight back, so I think you should be okay there. Guy wire reaches from a top of a 39.32 foot pole to a point on the ground 15 feet from the base of the pole. Find the length of the wire. Look like you'll be good there. How far up a wall will a 10-meter ladder reach? So here's my ladder. And it is 10 and it leans. Ladders are generally your hypotenuse. If the foot of the ladder is 5 meters from the base of the wall, how far up will it reach? I need that leg right there. Two ships leave port at the same time. Ship X is heading due north and ship Y is heading due east. 12 hours later, they are 600 miles apart. So ship X went straight up north and ship Y went straight east. 12 hours later, they are 600 miles apart. If ship X had traveled 480 miles from the port, how many miles had ship Y traveled? I think you would be okay in finishing that. This one I think is the trickiest one. Sarah, and this is where I need to actually make like my little coordinate and plot the points. Sarah lives 2 miles north and 3 miles east of school. So think of your origin here as school. So she is at 3 too. Make sure you give me the X and then the Y. Laura lives 3 miles south and 5 miles west. Here's Laura. Should have put Sarah's name up here. So her coordinates would be -5, -3. How far apart to the nearest tenth do the girls live from one another? Okay, so you feel free. You may use your distance formula now that you know the coordinates. If you plotted it like I did, x minus x squared plus y minus y squared, or if you feel comfortable putting in your right triangle and doing Pythagorean theorem, you may do that. 9 and 10. Your job is to solve for x, but remember you can only use Pythagorean theorem on a right triangle that you have 2 sides. So if I look here, I know 2 sides here, so I could get the third. Then I would have 2 sides to get the third. Again, down here I have 2 right triangles, but this one, I have 2 sides first. So I would make sure I found that hypotenuse first. Then I would have these 2 sides to find that guy. Please note that this is C, your hypotenuse. when you do that one. And if you happen to square the square root of 221, remember a square root and a square cross out, and you get 221. There's some help on the word problem sheet.